Hey folks, welcome to our playthrough of the Draw Steel playtest packet. When last we left our heroes, they fell to the ground floor of the collapsing inn, saving many civilians along the way. As they land prone, however, a hovering Iron Orb flares with abyssal flames. We move to round 7. I have 10 villain points, and the heroes start. But, at the beginning of the round, the Iron Orb flares with abyssal energy, and I get to roll a power roll for the orb. And that is a 12.
You didn't told us.
Tier 2 result.
You didn't told us.
Well, your characters did not know what was about to happen. So the aura flares outwards of the orb. Demons within 10 squares of it gain some bonuses, and 5 pitlings pop out of the orb.
Holy cow!
Let's put them.
Wait,
Just
5 more
five
additional to what they...
more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
So it is now your turn.
All right. So as we discussed on our party moment planning, I'm going to go first. I'm going to spend a maneuver to stand up. So if you can remove the prone token,
The condition, yes.
I'm going to move here, over here. That's 2. All right. So I have 6. I'm going to move. I'm going to fly here, and then I'm going to start my blade dance. So I can move a 14 because I already moved a 6. And I'm going to do this movement, and I'm going to actually draw it on the measure thing so the people at home can see it.
Ooh. Okay.
There, I'm going to do that movement.
So you fly over the fire and then come down and land and pass through by the ruinant.
I can start hitting people after the fire, so I cannot touch those pitlings. But I'm going to attack everyone here with my blade dance, spending 3.
If you're flying, you can avoid the free strike from the pitlings. You go over.
No problem.
All right. So start rolling.
So a lot of attacks, and I gain 2. I spend 3, so I go back to 2. And let's see. First, the Ruinant. Okay, that's good. 8 plus 7, that's 17 plus 2, that's 19. So 9 damage to the Ruinant.
Okay.
And that gives me 1 insight. I'm at 3.
And Blade Dance means you don't get free strikes. Never mind.
Yeah.
You just keep going.
So 11 plus 2 is 13, so against the first pitling, that's 6 damage.
Okay.
Now I'm going to the rematch. That's not that good. I know that's a 10, that's a 1, that's 11, that's a medium result against the rematch. That's 6 damage.
Okay. Now more pitlings.
That's 12 plus 2, that's 14. 6 damage against that pitling.
So 12 total.
13, so 6 damage against this pitling.
18.
8 plus 2, that's 5 damage against this pitling.
And with that, you defeat the entire pitling squad as you pass in a dervish of blades. But I will say, as you land next to this hovering Iron Orb, you feel a malevolence against it, and you can make a strike against the orb itself.
Yeah, sure, I'm here. I'm going to strike the orb.
Sure,
And
yeah,
that's pretty good. That's tier 3, just by a little. So 9 damage against the orb.
Great. Your steel clashes against it, and all of you hear the ringing of it. there's a small nick that you made on its surface. Give me a reason test.
I'm not at reasonable.
Or
And
I
I
thought I
rolled
was-
like ass. 2 plus 3 plus 1, so 5. No, 6.
I mean, it's a big iron ball. I'm sure it can be hurt. It's weird that it dropped from the Hawks and it didn't. It clearly crashed through this building, but it's not in a crater here on the ground. So you got, and you saw pitlings pop out of it. So there's something going on with the orb.
There is a ball
That's what you
here.
get.
Noted!
Assassinate!
Assassinate the ball.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my turn.
And with that, manners has gone. Well, I do have all of these pitlings over here. Now the question is, they are going to go on this Remash, who is slightly annoyed that it lost its previous squad, but there's another one right there. And here's a fun thing with how minions work. They are encouraged to spread out their attacks. So, as this Remash, actually, how much can it teleport? Remashes can teleport 5. So, in retaliation against you, Manners, in a dance you've done many times before, it disappears in a cloud of ash, reappears right next to the orb, and because it is within 10 squares of the orb, which is pretty much every demon here, it has an edge on attacks, and as the Remash strikes against Manners, the pitlings are going to strike against everybody except Slayer. Slayer is too far away. Is he?
Hello.
Well, but they can move. The pitlings are going to move. Yeah. Because
That's a happy
pitlings
director.
are... actually, pitlings, when they are with the Remash... Ooh, this is excellent. So, you see as the Remash lands in a puff of the ash, it travels and lands on the pitlings, and you see their green coloration darkens into a gray, and suddenly, the pitlings start teleporting. And this one teleports over there. To the back. Need to be able to grab... Okay, this guy. Yeah. This guy teleports there, and now the orb to the back. There.
Fuck! I'm in danger.
And I'm going to say 2 strikes are going to go against Silver. Well, actually, no. Pitlings, minions, can only do their strikes against one creature, but if there are... Actually, wait, no, because the reason I teleported them is so that they could reach Slayer, right? Yes. So, 1 strike against all of you. This is wonderful.
Oh,
Finally, I get some minions to strike. Here we go. The pitlings launch their nasty, nasty spit. That is a 10 plus 1, 11. Well, tier 1. Still, that's against all of you, so that's a decent amount of damage. So that's 2 poison damage to each of you.
I have 5 immunity.
Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Because of the edge from the Iron Orb, that's actually 3 poison damage to all of you. It goes up to the next tier.
No!
But Silver, as actually, maybe 3, yeah, exactly 5 poison damage would hit you as 2 pitlings focus on you, but your worm plate protects you with that 5 poison immunity.
Silver
I'm
is
winded.
wasn't paying attention.
What?
It was just rubbing his back.
Your winded manners?
Yeah. What does that mean? It's just
It means that I gain 1 more villain point, and
Oh,
that's
I'm
bad
winded
because
too.
the Remash is about to strike you.
Director, I am winded too. I am at 15 to 27.
Ooh, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I now
finally.
have 12.
The piddlings are doing the thing.
Can we start
Yeah.
again?
Well, listen,
Yeah. Can we load checkpoint?
we have a few hours today, so yeah. Worst case scenario, we will make a note on the
We're gonna
playtest survey.
yeah.
Yeah.
TPK.
We just died here. Yeah. We
So,
need to restart.
audience, you're going to see a lot of loading screens, okay? Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, and now the Ramash is going to strike at Manners with an edge for being within the orb. Holy shit! I crit with a 19.
might die.
So that's 10 damage coming to you, Manners.
In all this confusion, I'm getting the hell away.
That's
from-
really, really good.
Oh.
Get out of
I'm
there.
just going to teleport 4 squares away from that thing and reduce the damage to half.
Okay.
So just 5.
Wonderful. Now, unfortunately, what happens is that when I crit, well, anyone crits, you get an
get
additional
another-
action.
Another action, yeah.
Manners, you appear in that room, and the Ramash didn't chase you this time. And that is because it teleported right next to Glasses, and is now going to strike you with a double edge. One edge for being in the orb, another edge for you being prone, and this being... Actually, is it a melee attack? I need to check. I believe it is.
Fuck.
Sorry,
Yes,
Glasses,
it is.
I needed
So-
to get the fuck out.
No, it's okay. I'm not supposed to get attacked though.
Ah, jeez. So that's 14, which is a medium, and for the 2 edges, that's a tier 3 result. So you take 10 damage,
Oh, fuck.
which means you are also winded, unless
Yeah.
someone can prevent it. And I gain
10.
another villain point. So that's 13.
Stone can heal us. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're okay.
We're putting so much pressure on poor Stone here.
He has to earn his keep.
The Ramash is now going to teleport again as a result of the additional attack, and is going to spend 2 villain points to move Glasses and drop them into the fire. So Glasses, as you land, you take 3 fire damage.
Oh, I'm again at
Dude,
1.
You're 1 again.
And I have 11 villain points after that turn.
Holy shit. What a turn. What a
It's
turn
fine.
indeed.
We're fine.
It's okay.
Everyone is fine.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Who would like to go? Stone can heal Glasses.
Yeah.
But Glasses also has the healing potions, so Glasses can heal themselves.
That is true. But I don't know. Do you want to still go? Slayer?
I mean, I could
or
go.
Yeah.
Oh, server connection. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the same error.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So,
everybody refresh, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
but in the
doing?
meantime, I would
Wait.
say that Slayer sees
Wait,
all
wait,
of this,
wait.
and his priorities are going to change.
Juan, wait a
But-
second, please. I'm going
Okay.
to refresh in case there is a technical issue here.
Okay.
I'm fine. I already.
Yeah, it's
I have
loaded
music
the-
again.
The website.
it's
Yeah.
loading for me.
Yep.
Same for me.
Uh,
Loading.
Okay.
Mhm.
There it is.
I'm back.
Yeah, same.
It's loading. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so what were you saying, Juan?
Yeah, so
Slayer?
for Slayer, priorities just changed. So
Yeah.
seeing you, Glasses, going to the fire, and seeing the Ramash on you and seeing the Runant, first of all, I was going to do something completely different.
When Glasses is going to take damage again,
I was gonna ask this. That's a
Yeah.
question, yeah.
does
when
she
am I
get
going
a
to-
turn? Like, it's at the start of their turn?
Let me check.
Because that's
Collapsing
important.
in.
Yeah.
Endangered civilians, demons. and
That's really gonna
collapsing
change
rooms.
things.
Yeah, because depending
Or
on
begins
that,
their turn in one. So the
Yeah,
first
so
time a
it's
hero
not-
enters a patch of fire, or begins their turn. So
So
if Glasses
Stone
begins their
ca-
turn,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's better
it's-
for Stone to go.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I mean, you can go, but
You can go then Stone
have to
and
move
then
the
I'll
Glasses
go.
out.
until
You have to put Stone before me. That's what we
Yeah.
have to do.
Thing
But-
is, I can do one of two things. I can either move Glasses out, or I can get the Ramash out of Glasses. And
I
for me,
think-
getting the Ramash out is a little bit better.
I think
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
if you can put them
Stone
together,
has a bunch of piety. Distance 5 burst. Is there a place that I can reach where both Glasses and Silver is within 5? If you can get within 5 of Stone, I can give everybody 2 recoveries.
Oh, I want that.
Yeah.
Or I can give glasses 3 recoveries right now and do an AoE, Thunder of the Divine, and do damage and push.
I think we should try to save for that big.
The 2 recovery
See,
in
2
everyone.
recoveries for everybody would be really good.
Okay.
I think.
Do I have a way to move you that close though?
Because Slayer is hurt.
I mean, you can grab glasses.
Yeah, but
and move them.
I could move glasses. I would not be getting that, but glasses would. But that means that I would not be, because also I'll be moving at half speed, so I wouldn't have any movement left anyway. So I wouldn't be able to.
Why don't you charge the Ramage like from this area? Or
Yeah,
something?
that's option number 1.
Remember
for,
that
for,
you have
for
to
Slayer.
stand up
This
first.
way or
Yeah. So
something, you know.
yeah. So okay. So I'm
By the
gonna go
way,
then.
Okay, go.
Oh, sorry. Did you lag? Sorry.
Well, Stone doesn't have to spend all their virtue now. Like, I also have a signature AoE. So I can just heal glasses, move to be in a better position, do a signature area of effect, and get into a more central location so that for next round, I can do the one that heals all of us.
Okay. So, yeah. Slayer is going to use maneuver to get up. He's gonna move right in front of the Ramesh, and he's actually gonna stand on the fire, but he's not gonna take damage because of immunity. And
The
from
scars
there,
within you flare.
yeah. So
The heat is
I
comfortable.
picture this as Layer comes in running, the flame begins to ignite his marks around all over his body, and the flames are going to catch on the axe as well as he's going to do brutal slam on the Remash. Now, director, is there? Yeah, I don't think so, because this would have to be either diagonal, like full diagonal, so there's no way for the Remash to go against the Ruinant.
No, you can push it against the Ruinant.
Okay. So he's gonna go brutal golf slam, going from a swing from bottom to top. That's gonna be roll.
Roll good.
So the Remash is
plus
going to
2.
use Soul Parry to half his damage.
That's okay. As expected. So let me just check one more thing. Okay,
Now I
yeah,
have
the
9 villain power.
the bonus is damage, so it's just 2d10 plus 2. It's gonna be 16.
Stone is going to give you his triggered Holy Infusion
Yes.
and give you an edge. So now that's a tier 3 with additional holy damage.
Okay, so it's going to take 12 plus 4 plus 4. So it's going to be 20 damage.
Does that include
Which
the
is-
holy?
No.
Okay, so
It's-
that's
it's only my
24 with the holy, and holy weakness 3 pushes that up to 27. And this is why the Ramash used Soul Parry to reduce that 27 to 13.
Oh.
And it is still winded.
Okay, and I'm going to push him 4 in the direction of the Ruinant.
Which means it hits the Ruinant, and there's
Yes.
2 remaining, so they both take 2 damage.
Fantastic.
So good. I love that rule.
And wait, I forgot how much movement I used. So I used 6 here, and just, I mean, it doesn't really change anything. But Slayer would move 1 up front, knowing that he cannot really reach Glasses to help them up, but he's going to stand in front of Glasses to sort of be the first target instead of him. And that's gonna be it. I cannot do any more.
Okay. So what is the range on these ensnarers? These guys are new to me. Speed. Okay. Ooh, very good. That's what I was looking for. So
Daniel,
I don't
stop
like that.
being happy.
listen. I get to play with some cool toys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
it's true.
Let him
Yeah,
play.
then-
Let him play.
Yeah, Daniel just has a new set of Legos, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's
let
true.
him, let him be.
I think
Oh,
that's
boy.
it for me.
Also, just for clarity, I rolled 2 on my rage die, so I'm at 10 at the moment.
Okay, so the ensnarers, which are being led by the Ruinant, these are beefier minions than you've faced before. They reach out with these long arms, and tongues slither out, and they have a reach of 3 that they use to reach out to stone, silver, and manners. Manners, I'm trying to see if you have cover. I think the open door... Let's look up cover, because that could give a bane to this attack, which might be useful.
I think I'm dead anyway. I'm just 5 HP. So.
Oh,
Well, these
You
are
don't-
minions, so they don't do that much damage, but
you don't have in all of this confusion or anything like that.
No,
you already used it.
I already used it.
It's the weakness of the shadow, getting attacked more than once per round.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, cover is in the combat rules. Here we go. Cover. How do we determine cover?
You went ahead and even hide yourself. I think it's really interesting.
I can.
At least half their form blocked by a solid obstruction, such as a tree, wall, or overturned table. So.
But a description, I don't think it qualifies.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that diagonal is clear enough that it doesn't grant you cover. All these ensnarers have an edge because they are in the area of the orb. And what they're looking for is a tier 3 result. As usual. But they don't get it. With a 12 total, they barely get a tier 1. Which means you take 4 damage and are pulled 2.
Wait,
Stone, silver, and manners take 4 damage and are pulled 2 towards the ensnarer.
alright.
Okay.
I'm at 1.
Oh wow! Holy shit! 2 people at 1.
Oh, I'm at minus 13. I'm at 1. So, I have a question.
Okay. Yeah?
He's ending his turn?
Well, so that was the minion turn. Their captain, the Ruinant, has yet to go.
But can I use the
Mobility?
mobility from my kit?
Yes. You can.
So, and since we want to get closer to my body stone, I'm going to... This pitling I already attacked, right? And the Ruinant is going to attack
no.
now.
The Ruinant you already attacked. These pitlings are new. Those are the teleporting pitlings, the new squad that showed up. I'll
Alright.
delete the old ones so there's no confusion. As their corpses fade.
No, I mean that one.
into the
This one. Already attacked?
They already, yes, they already took their turn this round.
Yeah. I'm going to move here. I'm going to risk.
Okay. Good. Silver, I believe you can do the same thing, although because you are prone, it costs you twice as much, which means you can only shift 1. But you could if you wanted to.
Okay, I can move then closer.
You can move
1.
everywhere.
You can move 1 wherever you want.
Oh.
You are not grabbed.
You're right.
You were just pulled, but as you are also mobile,
I'm
thanks
going
to
to
your
move there.
multiple kits. Okay. What's going to happen now is that the Ruinant is going to move forward and is going to attack Glasses and Slayer.
Oh no.
Also,
Yeah, it makes
I'm
sense.
afraid... Ah, man, this is bad. So, because the Ruinant is the captain of the Ensnarers, the Ensnarers inflict bleeding until the end of the target's next turn.
Then snare.
Bleeding,
Means that we cannot heal.
yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's real bad.
Oh, I
That's
thought it was
nasty.
different.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
super fucking nasty.
That's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
we enter panic really quick.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Well,
So
if it's any consolation to you, we're suffering together. It's not just you.
Exactly, it's true. Yeah.
No. I mean, what is the priority here? Kill the captains or kill the minions?
That's a good question.
I think the captains.
The
To be
captains
honest-
are buffing the minions, but the
'cause-
minions are doing the attacks.
But here's the thing. I can if they don't use their soul parry, I can almost one-shot these dudes. So Runans are not going to be difficult to kill. We just need to focus them.
Yeah.
That's it.
If I have a turn, I can give you an attack, Slayer. One.
Okay, fantastic.
I can one-shot them too, but that fucking soul parry is fucking annoying.
that's nasty.
I'm thinking that's a good point, but also I'm thinking that we need to take care of that orb, that iron ball, because it's giving them a lot of benefits and it's like spewing piddlings.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because we didn't have these 5 piddlings doing this shit before.
No.
They
that's
just
true.
came at the beginning of the turn.
That's true.
So the round. So I think we should really try. I think it's like what both of you are saying. I agree with that. We should take care of like the captains or the minions, and also we should really. I was thinking about doing it myself when I thought I was gonna have a turn when after being healed from a stone.
Yeah,
But I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do right now.
But remember, when you drop to 0, you're not dead.
No,
you continue.
but the
You
thing
You are
is,
dying.
Yeah.
but you're dying, and
But if you're
anything you
bleeding-
do, you're pushing yourself.
All right, so the Ruinant is going to do its attack.
A tier 3 result, unfortunately.
Oh,
14
no.
on the die,
Fuck.
plus 1, plus the edge, that is 6 damage to glasses and Slayer.
How much?
So
Wait, how much?
am I now at 0
Six.
or am I at
Six.
-5?
6. Okay.
You are at -5.
Okay. Let me
I
write
believe
that
if you hit
down.
-10, which is your negative winded value, you are dead. And we are far too low level to have resurrection at the moment. Now, here's the
It
interesting
is
thing.
true.
The Ruinant does not inflict
Bleeding?
does not inflict bleeding. So glasses can still be healed, and so can Slayer. Stone cannot. Now, Stone could just use 2 healing maneuvers to get glasses and Slayer up. Or a maneuver, and I can do a 3x3 Lightfall. I think I can hit the Ruinant, the Ramash, and the Ensnarer with a powerful attack.
I was thinking, what Silver's just doing. What happens if Silver goes first, does something, gets close enough to us, and then Stone, and the next turn is Stone's, and Stone does the full healing.
No, we cannot heal. We are bleeding.
You are bleeding, but after Silver's turn, Silver can heal.
Exactly. But I need to use my maneuver to stand up and only have 1 action.
Just crit.
Simply
Just great, easy.
Yeah.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Have I? There's only 1 demon left to take a turn. And he has no minions.
Yeah, but it's the guy with the
So,
special
yeah,
name. So
That's
go.
meta gaming. Come on.
We need to take our turn, right?
So what Stone is offering is he can deal with the Ruinant, the Ramash, and maybe that Ensnarer, and also heal glasses.
I think we should do that. Either heal glasses and Slayer, or kill people and heal glasses, because we need glasses to take her turn.
And what about you?
I am alive.
Oh,
The only hit point that matters is the last one.
it's true.
If I'm alive, I can take turns.
Yeah.
All right. So Stone is going to take a moment to look at the terrible situation around him. Channel the healing grace of Xerok the Lawgiver. Glasses, do you want 3 or 4 recoveries? How bad are you feeling?
I'm gonna ask when I start recovering. Do I start from 0 or
You
do I
start
have
from
to?
the -5.
Oh fuck!
So you
Then
need
I
to recover
3.
26.
Yeah, no, I need the 3 then.
Okay. So that is, as a maneuver, Stone is going to spend 3 piety with healing grace and glasses. You heal and you use up 3 of your recoveries, which means you are at half your recoveries. This is, and there is yet much adventure to go.
I know. It's like it's brutal, but it's okay. It's like it's okay. So I have only 5 recoveries left, and that is 21. So that's 16.
That only uses 2 of my piety because the first
16,
one is free.
And I'm up. Blue.
Excellent.
In your turn glasses, you need to kill people. We need people dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do a 4x4 cube of damage and push.
Yeah.
Should I? So what Stone was thinking of was, that's 2. That's not doesn't. Here. Whoa.
That's 3.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
he
doing
do
that
it
weird
here?
thing. Yeah.
Because here affects
that's
4.
what.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but let's not enrage
Smaller.
the new guy.
he wants
I agree.
some. He's not here to party. He wants to kill us.
I don't see how I can hit the 2 pitlings and the Torless.
I think I would much rather hit the piddling.
Yep.
Just to
The
get rid
piddling?
of them. Yeah.
But this is heavy damage, right? That you are.
I mean, it's as
considering?
heavy damage as the conduit can do. It's 4, 5, or 8, depending on the tier.
It's
I can
not
also
that much.
push willing allies. So if I can get glasses and Slayer, or glasses,
You can push glasses out of the.
Out of the fire. But
that's
don't worry,
hard-
I
it's
can
hard
get
to
myself out of the fire with teleport.
Yeah.
And it's
Alright.
it's my triggered action. So it's not a problem. No. I think what you said, Manners, we need to get rid of as many of these things that we can. So I would say Stone, try to get rid of these assholes. And the piddlings and the snare and everything else, I think, are like good target for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do the enemies in front of, between Stone and Slayer. Okay, the
Sure.
Ensnarer, the Ruinant, and the Ramash. So here we go. Thunder of the Divine. That's 3 piety, which means I still have 2 left. I still have, yes, two left. 14. Fuck. 16. Just a tier 2.
Oh shit!
That is still 5 damage against each of them and push 3.
He
Now,
doesn't have a reaction to. Or it's
I
just
used
for
it
other
on
people?
to boost Slayers.
Right.
This Ramash is dead
Oh, that's really good.
Good.
and is pushed 3. This Ensnarer is pushed 3 and takes 5 damage. Now, this Ruinant Slayer is about to hit you.
Okay.
Could you use your triggered action to mess
Now,
and throw it at the Ensnarer?
but is he going to?
He's been force pushed 3.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So there is a buildup of sonic energy, and then there's the crack of thunder. A blast of sonic force comes from Stone. The Ramash is obliterated. The Ensnarer is pushed back, and as the wave hits the Ruinant Slayer, its body is about to impact yours for damage to both of you. What do you do?
That's okay. So, as part of my triggered action, I can also spend 1 rage to increase the forced move distance by a number of squares equal to twice my might score instead. So, I want this guy dead. I don't care how. So I'm actually going to, if it's going to hit me, and if I am going to take damage from it hitting me, but it's also going to take damage, I'm gonna fucking take it. So I'm going to spend
no.
the rage.
Throw it at the Ensnarer.
Oh, okay, cool. Sure. Oh, that's true because I
You can do
do
that.
get to. Well, I'll add the extra damage anyway. So yeah. Do we do? Let me check how much.
So this is a push 3. How much do you add to that 3?
I increase it by 4, so it's a push 7.
7. So as the Ruinant is lifted up by this wave of sonic energy, Slayer, you grab, spin, and then launch it at the Ensnarer.
Yeah,
1, so that's 6, and then 6 damage to both of them. They splat into each other. Viscera goes in each direction as they are both destroyed.
Yes.
Oh,
fuck.
that was so fucking cool.
Wait, so for this he doesn't use a soul parry?
There, I have 9 villain power left, and I'm saving it for other stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Glasses, you see Slayer grabbing the Ruinant, taking a couple of spins above you, and you see this guy flying and dismembering as it goes, and then crashes against the snare.
Oh,
Amazing.
awesome. What a good combo.
Yeah.
That was a good combo for sure.
And with that, Stone is going to move,
Yeah.
get into a slightly more central position,
Yeah.
and he's no longer bleeding because it's the end of Stone's turn. Now,
Can you
It is
delete
now-
the ones that are dead, please?
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it is the
As you are
Torlas'
quickly
turn.
dealing with the demons,
No, it's your turn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
it's the demon's turn, but I thought I had a thing that I could do.
Please no.
Yes. Oh no.
I'm joking.
I don't have enough? Darn it. What is the... So, these are the sort of things that are going to get simplified apparently in the future. Ooh. Okay, that's not so much. Oh, but it's twice the amount. Alright. Next round then. The Torlas is going to move as you see this snake-like demon slither forward. It's ranged a 3 cube within 10. So it's actually going to push back to put some of its minions between Silver and it. And it is going to use its Cronin Storm.
His what?
I'm going to reuse the art that I had for the Abyssal Rift just because it's so cool. As the ground with Glasses and Slayer becomes flesh.
Oh, the
Toothy
toothy maw.
Abyssal flesh
Fuck.
appears on the ground. A morass of spongy flesh.
And the
this
fire underneath?
Doesn't seem to be affected by the flesh. It's fiery flesh. This is a power roll of 9 plus 1, 10. So tier 1. You are both slid along the flesh. And as you are slid, you each take 1 damage as the teeth cut on you.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I know it's killing me, but it's super fucking cool.
And then
That's disgusting. Wow.
Yeah.
the Torlas is going to use its grasping tendons. And it's going to do that on stone, silver, and manners.
Alright.
Oh, there's no roll. It's just pull 2. So, stone is pulled 2 into the fire and takes 3 fire damage. Silver is pulled 2, which means you pulled 1 and then you crash into the pitling. Oh wait, do you have stability? Because stone has stability. So pull 2 actually doesn't move him. He's not moving.
Stability.
Silver, what, do you have stability? Probably from your armor.
Stability. Where is the stability?
Stone is 1 below, right?
Underneath the recoveries, there's a size, weight, reach, speed, stability.
By the way, Glasses and Slayer, both of you as well. Did you?
No, I
do you
don't have. I don't have
stability?
any. No, I know that I don't have any.
I have stability 1.
Okay, so you did not move and did not take the damage. The 1 point of damage, Slayer.
Fantastic.
Manners,
Thank you.
how much is your stability?
0.
0.
So I'm
okay.
going to get pulled 2.
Yeah.
Can
I'm going
he
to set you
target me?
to. You are just moved, and you are approaching the flames. Silver, what is your stability?
0. I don't have.
But one can use this spot. Like, there is line of sight.
The orb is hovering above you.
Oh, okay. That helped a lot.
Yeah.
That I was thinking I cannot go through there. Yeah, okay.
Actually, let me just check. It's because it says it's hovering, and you can attack it. By the way, Glasses, as you now stand, give me a reason test. And I'm going to give you one edge from your previous investigation of the Abyssal Rift.
Okay, so reason test, so that would be 4. 16! Fuck,
Nice.
so close. One more.
Okay, so there is definitely a rift to the abyss in that orb, but it is stabilized in the way that the other one was not. The mass of flesh that was appearing was basically abyssal energy being extruded into this reality and was therefore unstable. It required constant energy to maintain and degraded over time. This, because it's anchored into a prepared object of this...
Kind of a vessel of sorts.
This, manifold.
Yeah.
It is stabilized, but you believe you could disrupt it just by damaging the material enough, or by messing with it in similar ways to the way you did it with the other. But it would be more difficult.
Have you gone yet, Silver?
No.
Or not?
No.
Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna shout after I do this. Silver, take care of those around you. I'll try to deal with the orb.
You're going to the orb? Okay.
If I'm not
now-
mistaken, the demons are out. There are no more
Correct.
demons.
Just Glasses and Silver, and then it's the demons.
No, and then this the end of the round, and we go.
Correct. Well, you
So
know what
3
happens at the beginning of the round. The
Yeah,
orb.
We
orbs.
have 3 turns with some demon spawning in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Then-
who's going? Silver or Glasses?
Before that,
I think Silver should go first.
Question. Does Manor have a range to attack the orb?
I am near the orb. I'm literally beneath the orb. I can
so
attack the orb.
Manners can indeed attack the orb.
And you prefer to attack or that I healed you?
You can't heal me until I go.
Because he's bleeding. You could heal Stone or Slayer. They are both not bleeding.
Trust me, I want the heals. I'm desperate for the heals. I want the
Shit.
heals. I cannot heal.
I cannot get the heals.
And
Fuck!
last question.
So-
Slayer or Glasses can attack the thing that they are next?
I can, if I can
No.
leap and attack.
And in fact, the mass under them, the Cronin Storm, disappears at the end of the Torlas's turn.
I heard Chronostorm. It's Croning like Cronenberg shit.
Yeah,
now I
Cronenberg.
got it.
which is why I used the same art as the previous.
Such a
Abyssal Rift.
fucking great
Yeah.
reference, you know.
I
11
can
out of
attack
10.
the orb if you want.
Okay.
If you told me
Oh,
to.
that's so good.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Storm.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm going to go. Give me a second to read and find this. This time.
I believe you are still prone.
Yeah, I obviously I'm using my maneuver. It's the action that I was thinking, because the maneuver is obviously
Yeah.
I'm going to stand up.
Stand up.
Leave me-
Poor Silver. He
Yep.
has been laying down and being pulled and tossed.
Landed on the
everywhere.
table, dragged one way, dragged another way.
I'm sorry for the table. So Silver is kinda pissed off. I'm going to stand up, get 2 focus, so now I have 10.
Wonderful.
Spend 5 focus, so I have 5, and use my heroic ability, Hammer and Anvil. I'm going to do an attack on the Slayer that is in front of me.
Snare. Yeah.
Because it's something that is on reach or ranger 5. Give me a second. Is the for the ability it should be the same target or it can be different target?
If you can post the text in Roll20 or give me a moment to open your
It's
character sheet.
hammer and anvil. Give me a second
Anvil,
because
yeah.
the distance says reach and range of 5, and the effect says an ally that within 10 feet, within 10 can make a signature attack against the target. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the target you
it's
attack.
the
Now,
target.
you could move
What I can do
and
is
hit
move,
the
right.
orb as well.
Exactly, that's going to
You
do.
could even shift with your buckled swashes. You're more mobile than most.
I can shift only if I use the swash on this buckler, or
No.
if the enemy end next me.
Oh, you can also your movement reduce it to half and use that as shifting. So you won't take any free strikes. So your normal speed is 8. You can move 4 by shifting and not take any.
I'm going
any
to
free
do that
strikes.
and move here.
Wonderful.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Use my heroic ability, hammer and anvil, and do an attack against the orb. That's
Wonderful.
might. So it's 2. I would love to have market, but I don't have enough
Maneuvers.
maneuvers. This is a 12. 12 is a second tier.
Yep, tier 2.
So what say is that second tier, it will get 10 damage, and ally within 10 can make a signature attack with an edge against the target as a free triggered action. So
Okay. So manners, I assume, but
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
go with someone else.
if you have
So-
a triggered action, you can spend that as a signature attack and have an edge.
Oh, all right. I have a question. He cannot move. This attack is happening immediately after his attack,
Correct.
so he cannot move to get away from the orb, right?
Correct.
All right. So I work better alone. I cannot use it.
No.
I'm going to use fancy footwork because why not?
Perfect.
Fuck.
And this is with an edge, so that's 16. Fuck. So 10 damage, and I push the orb 1.
The orb does not move,
All right. Yeah.
but
Okay.
you see cracks begin to appear in the iron surface as literally you ring this as if it was an anvil, as a heavy longsword with a history of heroics slams it on one side, and in the other a devil stabs carefully at the marks already appearing in the orb, attempting to push it into a uneven footing. And you see as the orb is beginning to if it was a creature, it would be winded.
Silver will say to manage you, I won't let you fall.
I'm gonna take you on that.
And that's it for me.
So it's Glass's turn.
Yes.
Question.
When you take 3 fire damage.
Yeah. No, because I take it anyway. I have no way of like avoiding it. Yeah. Well.
You start your turn in the fire.
Yeah. Take 3. Okay. So my question is, how can I hack the orb, this iron ball? Is it like an action? Is it gonna be a maneuver? What is it gonna be?
It would be a maneuver. You would have to be standing next to it. It would be a hard test, but if you succeed, that would be 10 damage to the orb.
10 damage with a maneuver. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because I have an idea. Can I teleport while prone?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, however, while prone, I believe your attacks have a bane.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attack anybody. Okay, this is
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
okay.
do. So, from the ground, Glass is like being burned, and then she's gonna type on the datapad, and vroom, she's gonna teleport out of here like 2. So she's now here. And then from the ground, that's enough. So first, I'm going to do the hacking with my maneuver. So my teleport was my triggered action plus movement. But I'm not going to move because...
The maneuver you have to do standing next to the orb.
I have to be... Okay.
You have to be touching it, so to speak.
Perfectly. How... Can I move while prone? Like crawl on the ground or something?
It's double your... It costs you 2 for every square.
Perfect. Let me check one thing. How much do I move? I move 7, so basically I have...
You can move 3.
So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, sure. I want to teleport then with the... I want to spend 1 essence. So I start then crawling through the floor, avoiding the fire. I want to stay right. And I'm going to just, for fun. First, I'm going to look at you, Manners, and I'm going to say, reality's been unkind to you. Don't worry about it. I'm going to fix this. And I type something on the data pad, and you see a matrix forming around you. And then reality starts deforming, and now you're incorporeal. You have damage immunity 5 and can move through 1 square of solid matter. And this is until the end of your next turn. You're now incorporeal.
Huge.
5 of my essence went with that. So now I have only 2. And that was my maneuver, and then I'm going to downgrade my action into a maneuver to do the hacking on the ball from the ground. So, does a power
I'm going to give you 1 edge because of your hacking of the Abyssal Rift.
Can I use any skill?
Magic.
I have magic. Awesome. So that's I rolled then reason, magic, and an edge. Yeah. So it's plus 6. Okay. Come on, good roll.
Yes,
nice.
Let's fucking go.
Goal.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So you reach out into what seems like a much more complex effect, but you learned just enough of how the temporary version of this works, the Abyssal Rift, and you realize failure could be quite bad in the sense that one of the results was failure with a consequence, which would have either damaged you, healed the orb, or both.
Oh shit.
But you managed to weave your way past all of these possible consequences, insert a measure of void into it, and begin disrupting connections as 10 damage is done, and you see from within the rift some of the flames begin to sputter out and further cracks begin to appear, and the orb is quite damaged, but it is yet active.
Yeah, and from the ground, I'm gonna imagine myself kind of Deadpool style. I'm gonna look around Stone, and I'm gonna say to you, Slayer, if you need any movement, let me know.
Oh,
I will say this: you can distribute as free maneuvers some of the healing potions.
Awesome.
I believe you still have 4.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
In that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
in that
you
case,
could have given Slayer 1 at the
Slayer
beginning.
got 1. Yeah. Slayer
Okay,
got
cool.
1. Then Stone gets 1. Manners gets 1.
Yeah.
I have 1, and I think there was 5 of them,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
But you drank 1 in the previous floor.
And I drank 1. So basically, there's 1 left, which I'm intending to give Silver as soon as I'm close enough.
Don't worry about me.
No, it's okay.
And I believe Silver is not.
That was my turn.
The only one, yeah. The only one left bleeding is Manners.
Yeah. And that's hopefully a way for...
No, with the immunity that the areas that
Nah,
you're
that
not
means
gonna get hurt.
anything that deals... I reduce the damage by 5, right?
Correct.
Basically, damage immunity 5, and you can move through 1 square of solid matter per turn. So you can basically ignore matter and move through it. 1 square.
I have two possible turns. As first, announce the new round and whatever happens.
Yes, we are now on round 7.
Okay.
No, 8. I have 19 villain points.
Holy shit!
Of course.
And the Iron Orb remains and is going to flare with abyssal energy.
And everyone
It
is
doesn't know it,
next.
but probably for the last time. Well, 7 plus 3, tier 1. You see, this makes sense. The large aura of 10 squares that it had begins to fade as the flames on the edges of the inn suddenly turn back into normal, mundane flame, still burning merrily away at the wood, but now no longer having the ominous chanting voices that you had heard previously, as the aura is now Aura 5, and no new demons appear out of the Iron Orb, with a Tier 1
cool.
result.
Nice.
So,
Awesome.
I have some things that we can do. I can, 1, do blade dance and try to attack everyone, including the orb, on my way to the Torias. I can, 2, try to use assassinate on the Torias, and it's going to remain alive because of the thing. I can, 3, go after Slayer with hesitation is weakness and assassinate the Slayer. O sea, the Slayer.
What, me? What did I do to you?
I think I propose that you go and do blade dance and try to get rid of as many opponents. We got a free round. We didn't. I was counting on more piddlings this round. We didn't get any. We should take advantage of that.
Also, don't forget that we also have more civilians.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to end my turn on the other side, thanks to...
Gotcha.
Yeah, being incorporeal.
Yeah, I'm going
and
to...
I can keep that up, by the way. If you want it, I can just spend 1 essence every turn and keep it up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Just for curiosity, is there any way to leap onto the sphere?
Sure. If you can get on, it's 3 by 3. So if you can leap 4, you can get on top of it.
Okay.
I can teleport you 4.
And I can leap a lot.
I think
Awesome.
with Mighty Leap, Slayer can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so people say blade dance to try to damage
Yeah.
the most.
As many
thing.
of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone okay with me going first?
Why
sure.
not?
Alright, so I'm going to go in first and going to do the blade dance. And I'm going to fly. How tall is the fire, by the way? That is a
1.
good question.
So if you
1.
can get to 2, you can...
Yeah, I can fly, and I'm going to do. That's 8. And I'm going to... For my Blackash teleport, do I need to see the other side?
No, because the target is self. So you can just go in a direction, and if you have faith or intelligence that tells you you'll be okay, you can do it.
Awesome.
Alright, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to da-da, and then after teleport. So, the attacks against the pitling. That's 14 plus 2, that's 16, so 6 damage against the pitling.
Okay, that pitling is dead, and significant damage dealt to others.
That's pretty good. That's 10 plus 8, that's 20 against the snare, so 9 damage against the snare.
Okay, that demon is on its last legs. Literally, it has 3 legs, you cut 2 of them, and it collapses on the ground, and it has to use 1 of its arms to push itself up.
Why I'm so aggro against the fucking pitlings?
Yeah.
And
They
that's,
deserve
Because
it.
they messed you guys up.
that's 6, I went to 3, then I got 1, and I got other now, so because this is an 8 plus a 9, plus 2, that's max damage against that fucking pitling. Die
much?
pitling, 9 damage.
So you've done 15 damage to the pitlings. Okay.
And
so
not-
with that, choose which of the other 2 pitlings that are on the other side of the orb also die.
Oh fuck, there are demons there. The one that is closest to Silver, the one that is closer to Glasses and Stone.
It's okay. Don't worry.
No problem.
And now I'm going to go for the Torias. Alright. 9 plus 7 plus 2, that's tier 3. 9 damage against the Torias.
Okay, the Torlas is going to use Soul Parry to reduce that to 4.
Yeah, spend your points. Slayer is next, and it's going to
I
fly
have
you up.
17.
I mean, Slayer is going for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. If you would like to play with balls.
All right. So
Although,
that was just
think
your action.
I think it depends.
Huh?
That was
That
just
was-
your action.
That was my action. Now I'm going to use my maneuver to teleport 3
Although
to the other side. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to move my 8 to these people and say, "All right, really, you need to get out now. You are in debt to me. I gave it all to save you people. You don't deserve it."
So you enter the kitchen and the pantry of the inn, a room that is mostly still intact, and you find the cook, the innkeeper, and a troubadour who had been getting ready to perform in the morning here at the inn, hiding.
Poor people.
So yes, so you found them, and they move over to this room and begin
They
opening
can
that
go-
door.
Yeah, get out, get out. I like the music, but the service was shit.
Congratulations. You saved literally all the civilians
Nice.
in the inn. So all you have left to do is survive, and you'll get 2 victories.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
that was my turn. I
So
end
that
my
was
turn
manners.
with 1 HP, 5, and I'm not bleeding anymore, guys.
yay!
That's good.
That's really good, yeah.
So I'm trying to think.
And please keep the incorporeal thing, because until I'm healed, I'm scared to die.
The Torlas is going to move closer and is going to use its... Wait, actually? Yep. Do these actions happen at the beginning of the turn? Yep, at the start of a demon's turn. So unfortunately, it can't do the thing that it wanted to do to try and get Slayer in the area, as it uses 12 villain points to detonate an abyssal immolation.
What?
And I need stone, glasses, and silver to give me an intuition resistance roll. And it's very good that manners got out of there.
Okay. Intuition,
Resistance roll.
What's the
Oh, stone has a bonus, has an edge to resistance rolls because of his ward.
Wait,
And
intuition.
got really well.
Oh fuck, so close.
Thank you, OBS. I was looking. What's my intuition? And just my screen show on the slideshow. Thank you.
Hey,
Hey.
So it's
Hey.
2d10 and my intuition rolling. Oops. 11.
Your intuition is -1.
Yes. Right,
Okay.
right.
And with that, abyssal flames erupt from the orb, bathing all enemies within 5. 5 burst.
Is it
So,
me
yeah.
being prone better or worse given the situation?
It doesn't affect you.
Okay.
So, if you got a tier 3 result, the way that Stone did,
Sorry, Daniel. Can you lower
Yeah, it's quite
a
loud.
little the... Yeah.
who was
good.
that guy?
It's so
The,
good,
the
but-
flames
but-
are too intense.
Yeah.
so Stone managed to get a tier 3 result, and so only takes 3 fire damage, but they are pulled 1. Glasses, what was your result?
Tier 2.
Tier 2. You take
Was it like
6 fire
16?
damage, and you are pulled 2, so you are under the orb.
Under the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Silver,
center.
what was your
11.
11? That is tier 3. You take 7 fire damage, and you are pulled 5.
Parry?
What does it say about parry? Because this is area, magic, and resistance. Does it have to be a weapon attack to parry?
Keyboard's melee weapon. Distance self-reach. Target. A creature make a weapon attack against the target.
Yeah, this is not a weapon attack, unfortunately. You lift up your shield, and the flames lick around it and burn at your scales. You are pulled 5, and you and Glasses collide up against the bottom of the orb. You each take 4 damage by crashing into each other.
4. So... I'm blooded. 16.
Okay, thank you. So, I had 17 villain power, that cost me 12. I'm down to 5, plus 1 for bloodying. And I believe Glasses was also winded, so...
Yeah.
I am at 7. And with that, the Torless is going to move a little closer.
Wait, I have a... I make a mistake. Hold on, please. I think I made a mistake.
1 pitling left.
No,
so
it's okay. This is
we're going to take control of the ensnarers. So this ensnarer is going to move here and there, and is going to try and pull stone.
Takes damage
Is going
because
to
of
move
the
there
fire.
and is going to pull at the Slayer. And let me read what the Torless gives my units. Oh, it allows them to move through difficult terrain, because when the Torless is creating its spongy flesh, it doesn't want its minions to get trapped up in there. Oh, terrible result. Tier 1 on my ensnarers. That is 2 damage on stone and pull 1, and 2 damage on Slayer, pull 1. So because you are stable, you only take the damage.
Okay.
But stone is winded.
Wait. Oh, it has to be reach. I can't do anything.
Unfortunately, the Torless was really counting on creating the Kronenstorm with you guys already in it, but it'll do what it can as it calls on the Kronenstorm again with its turn, putting it, let's call it there. And this time we're going to be spending 5 villain points to make it permanent. And now we're rolling against stone to try and move stone around. 4 plus 7, 11. Plus 1, 12 with an edge.
So get done.
So that's pull 2. I mean slide 2.
Tanking like a king.
7 damage? No. Oh no, it's just slide 2, but the stone is too stable. So the spongy flesh appears under the conduit and tries to make it move around and cut itself against the teeth, but stone stands firm and does not get shifted around. And I think that's it for my Torless, and probably it for my demons, because I don't... Well, let's see what happens. I might get a turn with the 1 pitling remaining. Alright.
Director, did I take damage?
You took 2 damage.
2 damage, okay, thank you.
As the Ensnarer reached out to you and got the worst result.
Oh fuck, I took damage. I need to roll for the persistent magic.
Oh yeah. As you attempt to maintain...
Yeah, this is with reason.
Although I think with only 1 effect, your odds are in your favor.
Yeah, come on, good roll.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
that's a crit.
That's a crit.
Yes.
So yeah, all
you
of
don't
my
get another action,
persistent
but
abilities remain active.
wonderful.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Sure.
Glasses, do you want to spend your trigger action as a signature attack?
Oh,
okay.
Sure, why not?
So Silver will look at you, look at the situation, look at the orb, and say, 2 together, and use my 5 others focus points to use a hammer and anvil again against the orb. So
Yeah.
I'm rolling my attack first. It's...
Can you mark it?
I'm going to mark it.
Out of curiosity. Just see, it's an object. I don't know if it's only creatures that you can mark.
Give me a second. Mark.
It says one creature. Unfortunately,
I'm
so
not
no,
going to
you
mark
cannot
it.
mark the. But you can mark something else. Another demon.
Yeah, I'm going to mark the ensnarer that is next to. You know what? I'm going to mark the Torlas. It's in
Beautiful.
range, right? Range 10. Yes. In any case, anyone attack that thing. So, okay. I'm going to do my attacks. Wrong mouse again. It's a 15. 15 is the second tier. So it's 10 damage from me. And glasses, you have... Give me a second. Let me read again.
A signature attack.
A signature attack with an edge against the creature. Using your triggered action. Your triggered...
It's a free triggered action.
Yeah, who am I?
The orb.
Has to be the creature that... The orb?
The orb.
Yeah.
Awesome. So from the ground, I'm gonna use a data pad and throw like a ray, boom, like a invisible that you can only hear like the vibration in the air, kind of white noisy. And this is with reason. So, and I have an edge. So come on. Oh, 20.
Yay.
Nice.
And that's 9 corruption damage to the orb, and it is slowed, but I don't think the orb can move, so the slow is not important. But,
Okay.
this is the 9 damage.
Glasses and Silver. Describe to me how you finally disrupt enough of the orb that the flames die down.
I think that Silver will, with his sword, will try to pierce or make a crack on the orb. Just
Perfect.
to make
Yeah.
and space to do your magic.
Like an opening
Exactly.
for the ray to go through. Like we're doing Independence Day shit.
Yeah.
That's a really good reference for really old people, but it's okay.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, no, we're not that old. We promise. We just make references.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, Silver, you find a crack that had already been put in place. You stab your sword in to make it even deeper, reach the very essence of the orb. And you feel as your sword goes even beyond the middle of the orb and sinks perhaps into a space between planes. And you draw back, and Glasses, you send this sliver of void energy into the fragile structures trapped deep within the metal, and the abyssal energy flickers, dies down, and there's a moment where the orb begins to fall, and then it tilts and lands, thankfully, away from both of you.
Oh, good
Thank
point.
you.
And you are not crushed as this massive orb finally settles on the ground, and you hear the hiss of the Torlas in anger as they realize their feasting, at least in this location, has come to an end.
I still have my movement.
Yeah.
Is this movement valid one?
So you would take 1 damage from stepping over the Cronin Storm, and this Ensnarer would also get a free strike against you, but yes.
Not don't carry in for each one of that.
Okay.
So I'm going to move there.
So as you step over
Hit
the
me.
spongy flesh, some of the teeth cut at your legs, and the Ensnarer doesn't do a lot of damage, I believe, as their arm slides past you for 2 damage.
Perry?
Sure. You reduce that to 1 damage. So you took 2 damage moving around.
14 stamina right now. And that's it for me. Looking at the Torlas with my shield and sword, and say to their face, I can do this all day.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good shit.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
You're learning lines,
Now I
kid.
have to take my turn with my single pitling.
No.
The pitling is going to do their best. Do they even have a melee thing that they could take advantage of Glasses being prone?
Yeah.
I think no, they only have their signature attack. So this spit comes at you, Glasses, no longer bolstered by the aura of the orb. It's just a straight 2d10 plus 1. 6. Glasses, you take 2 poison damage as the pitling launches its
Hey, that pigling
attack at you.
could have killed me. So
Yep.
And then it's going to start running away.
And I have to make a persistent magic roll anyway.
Yep.
So because I got hurt. Come on, good roll. Yes.
Again.
your magic is on point.
2 crits in this thing. Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, no.
No, roll
So
20. Why are you
all the
hitting me
turns
so?
are ours now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck that guy up.
Yeah.
Just straight attacks.
Yeah, may I?
Yeah, go.
All right.
Go.
So, what the Torla sees is Slayer dipping the axe onto the fire behind him and chugging a potion to heal 9.
Is a maneuver to chug a potion?
It's a maneuver to chug a potion.
All right. Good to know.
I cannot. Well, I'll heal later. Oh, actually, I can do that.
And I have a question. Do you spend your
No.
recovery
When you drink a
for-
healing potion, it does not cost one of your recoveries.
Sweet.
Oh, it doesn't.
It's
Okay,
like-
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good. We need more of those.
Ragash chugs the
Or
potion,
hope tokens.
tosses it away, takes a couple steps, and then in a fraction of a second, he sees the axe coming right for his throat. I'm going to spend 5 rage, and I'm going to blood for blood this guy. That's
Sure. And you step into fire.
I step into the
that
fire.
Would
Okay.
that would burn lesser beings.
But it
cannot
hurts.
contend with the fire in your blood.
But it hurts so good.
Juan,
Yeah.
Juan, it started. It's marked. You have an edge and a +2 on the damage.
Okay. So, I have an edge, so there'll be 2d10 plus 4. Yeah. 18. Which is a tier 3.
I got
Yes,
on focus.
So you get a focus, and Stone is going to use their infusion to give you another edge, which in this point just means it's going to add holy damage to that attack.
Okay. So,
You see as the Torlas burns soul energy to protect itself and half the damage, and you see its eyes go dull as it falls into Leaf. Because I am now at 1 villain power.
okay, so let me add up some damage here because it's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
It's actually a lot. So, it's going to be 17 damage base. Don't sum up anything yet. It's going to be 17
Okay.
damage base plus 4 from my kid plus 4 from my rage. I'm going to deal
5.
1 damage to myself to deal 8 extra damage.
33.
33 damage. It's weakened and bleeding until the end of the encounter.
That's not gonna matter. So that's 33 plus 4 holy damage. As demons so far have been, it is weak to holy, so that's another 3. So 30. You deal 40 damage.
Did
To
you add
this
my
demon.
2?
No, 42 damage to this demon. And you see as it summons all the remaining energy that it had of the souls it had feasted upon in this moment to protect itself. And you cleave straight through all that and would have killed this demon even if it had been at full stamina.
Yes.
One swing, go for the head. It goes flying. Important question. Does it fade like the other demons?
So the body begins to fall apart, and sure, let's do it because it's particularly cool. As you cut off its head, in its jaws, it was holding what looked like a round iron plate, like inside its mouth. And as the head begins to flake away, all that's left is this metal disc that lands on the ground, spins a couple of times, and clatters flat. You grab it.
New skull. Are we done?
No,
We
I'm
still have
gonna,
another
yeah,
step.
I'm gonna go ahead and call cut. I don't know if that's a thing in this. Let's see. End of combat. How combat ends. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's it. So tell me how you defeat the 2 ensnarers that are left. As glasses and stone still have turns to go.
As I grab the metal, I just look at the snare with the eyes of fire.
You're next, bitch.
And whoever wants to go.
I'm going to.
I think maybe glasses should finally stand up.
Yep.
Thank you. Now I can spend my many words standing up because previous turn I needed it. So I couldn't use it. So I want to stand up.
So this is the end of combat?
Yeah, this is just narratively glasses. How do you defeat the ensnarers?
I'm thinking that Glasses was the nerdiest fight out of all. Just laying on the bed, playing with his
doing
pad.
hacking.
They were in fire and then in a spongy mass of flesh that was biting at them.
I love that it's pretty 70s and 80s, like I hacked the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I hack reality.
Literally. It's
It
perfect.
doesn't like hack works, but sure, whatever. Hack the planet.
Whatever you say.
I love it. Exactly. Okay, yeah, sure. I am going to imagine that she stands up and then she uses the, because they're together. So she's going to use this staring to the abyss. Probably. Yeah.
Alright, so if the combat is over, Manners is going to step out of the kitchen. Alright, everyone is outside. We can leave this place.
So these grasping vines of void grab onto the ensnarers and drag them into nothingness, and they are lost. Slayer, you're holding this plate in your hand, and it feels uncomfortable to hold in your hand. Like it's not, intellectually this is a trophy that you just got from your defeat, but it feels wrong to hold in your hand. It feels, yeah.
What the fuck?
There's something
is
that
this?
makes you uncomfortable of holding it in your hand.
Is it
do I
physical? Does it feel like something that is affecting my mind? Like
It feels like it's the wrong temperature, and that no matter even though you know it's not, like it's a little cold because it's metal, but it's almost painful to hold it. Glasses, you notice that among the cracks of the orb as you damaged it, there is a small narrow space that is about that wide.
Oh.
Are we going to a mission to the abyss? Like,
It's interesting. Can I look inside of that? Because I have, which I haven't used thus far because we immediately enter combat, but I have Void Sense, which means
sure.
that I can always know if an area or object you observe is magical or affected by magic, or the specific of what that magic can do. So
Give me an easy reason test, and you can apply magic to it.
awesome. So let's go.
Can I help?
Well,
That's
sure. We'll
just
say
right.
that Silver, you can like reposition this. Glasses, you peer into the orb, and you glance around you at the rest of the city. The demons were coming out of this orb. So that orb is connected to the abyssal space, but you gather these were probably manufactured en masse. Like these was prepared ammunition that was created. You stopped the demons coming out from this orb. But there are demons coming out of hundreds of orbs all over the city.
Yeah.
If you could reverse it and go to where the demons are actually coming from on the abyss and disrupt that, you could affect all of the orbs in the entire city.
Doom music starts playing on the background.
yeah.
I turn around and I say basically, we stopped this one, but there are many more of these. all around the city. And I think I could try to hack it and we could go to the source and stop it there. The abyss, I mean.
Instead of fighting each one of them?
Yes.
The
Because I
source.
don't think we're gonna last long enough here.
Silver, what I'll say as your contribution to this, the demons were pouring out of this orb, and the strongest demons you have faced yet were right around this one. Like the ones that had spread to the other levels were the weakest. So you gather in the city, like each of these orbs would be well defended. You think there's obviously some danger in that if you go through, demons will be on the other side of that, but most of the demons will be already here, right? They will have popped out and like gotten ready, and now the kind of demons that would be on the other side would be the kind of demons that you saw popping out here. Pitlings, the occasional teleporting ensnarer.
This makes sense then. Maybe the captain, the general is there, and they have the foot soldiers here. Will be an opportunity.
And yeah, you don't know how common this opportunity might be. Like, even if there are, and you know for a fact, the senior officers of the chain are here. But who would have stopped to deal with all of the demons around the orb and then stopped to inspect it? I mean, maybe if there was a powerful mage who stopped to look at it. But of the hundreds of orbs, this may be the only one. And by the way, it's only been maybe a minute since the destruction happened. So a lot of demons have come out. But if you are able to affect the onslaught of demons, the effect on the city could be huge.
We have a golden opportunity here.
That is exactly the way I see it. Yeah.
First, can I spend 3
Yes,
recoveries?
you are out of combat. You are free to spend as many recoveries.
Thank you.
All right, I'm 21. I'm ready. I don't know if Devils and Demon had beef on this setting.
Not
Maybe
specifically.
No, but, hey, they're ugly as shit. So
Yeah.
let's kill them.
I'm going to.
They offend your senses, your delicate senses.
I'm going to spend 2 recoveries. I'm going to be full.
I'm gonna spend 1 recovery because I'm running out of those,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna also drink the potion. So
Okay.
that would be the last one. So that would be.
I think if you gave Stone one of the potions, he would give it back to you. Stone is aware of the how spent your internal essence is, and Stone is doing okay, and the Manor, Silver, and Slayer are also like they haven't spent many of their recoveries compared to you.
Yeah.
You had it rough.
Again, I can do it all day.
And we won 2 victories, and we lose all resources.
Correct.
Okay.
Nice.
So the fillable character sheet doesn't have a way to actually
Mark the victories.
mark the
has
victories.
Yeah,
It
it's
has a
not
space for
clickable.
It has a,
like,
but
yeah.
but you can't click it.
Like yeah,
okay.
you'd have the fillable character sheets have much to be desired and are far from final. But yeah, we will remember that we have 2 victories. As you needed to save 16 civilians and you saved 22.
Yay!
Holy shit.
Holy.
Wow.
That's
So
so
we
good.
get a 3rd victory though.
I mean, I'll think about it.
Awesome.
So that's a yes?
I'll
okay.
think about it.
So what are we doing now?
I think we have to go. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's the
it's either
plan.
that or we leave the city, because I remember someone saying that the city was finished. That someone came here. There was something
Ajax.
in the air.
Yes.
That's the other thing.
So we can go there, kill all the demons, and get the whole city to be in debt of us.
I don't care to the people being dead of us. It's the right thing to do. We need to give hope to the people.
I agree.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't care how many we have to kill. If I get the skull.
And I toss the coin to glasses.
That's
If
not
I
what
get a new
was
skull, it's worth
Never
it.
mind.
I'm ready to
Glasses,
play the hero.
You insert the...
Yeah.
And once again, like, you are looking at this small iron disc. It's made of the same iron of the orb. And you think possibly it was originally a single object and part of the ritual was extracting this piece from
The
it.
single piece, like,
Yes.
yeah. Makes sense. You know.
You slot it into the orb.
Ooh.
And a portal.
Oh,
opens.
that's so cool. Holy shit.
And
Okay.
through it, you see a haze of green and smoke. And you hear distant screams of pain and anguish.
Excellent.
I assume you jump through?
Yay.
Yeah, I'm first.
At the count of 3, 1, sit, Slayer.
Okay. So let me copy your tokens. Use it. Over onto the new map. Take away the sound of the burning village. And turn on the infernal machine.
What is damage weakness? X.
It means
would mean
all...
that the increased damage by that number.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
This has been fun.
Yeah, this was
Thi-
really,
thi-
really
These last turns were very cool. We
Yeah,
used all the
we were struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting our ass handed to us.
Yeah,
and then we just turned it
If
around.
the ball had rolled well,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
we would still be.
But we were able to
yeah.
use our most powerful abilities also.
Oh yeah,
Make
for sure.
a lot of sense for the last part of the
Okay.
fight.
So,
Being prone on the last floor was really bad.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yes.
you step into an eerie space within the orb. You see an altar. A single human is chained to this altar. His body bears marks of endless, unimaginable torture. Around him, priests dressed in Ajax's colors are chanting, and the chanting combined with the infernal magic rising from the man's agony draws demon after demon into this realm. And they leave through endless portals out into Blackbottom. So what you see is these green flames, and from chains further away from you, crawling up them and disappearing into portals at the ends of the chains, demons, pitlings, smoke from black ash teleportation disappearing onwards. And you see endless portals. The mist hides the amount of chains in this space. And you see there are death acolytes and other mages who have pledged their service to Ajax, controlling this ritual to empower the demonic invasion. And as you step into this space, I believe we're going to take a pause
Woo!
for a break,
Yeah.
and we will pick up next time in a brand new encounter. When last we left our heroes, they opened a portal to the abyss and now face a dreadful ritual. Cultists of Ajax use the suffering of a human soul to call forth a legion of demons into the last free city of Vasloria. The Iron Saint cannot be defeated, but if our heroes can stop the demonic onslaught, thousands of lives may be spared. We begin with round 1. Our heroes have 2 victories, and we must now draw steel. Roll initiative, a d10. On a 4 or higher, because one of you made a deal with the devil, you will go first.
That's true.
The initiative is
anyone-
1d10, right?
Do you
Yes.
do you want to roll, or should I roll because I made the deal?
Sure.
You go ahead.
You do
You
it.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You made the
We'll go
deal.
first. I roll a 7.
Nice.
Cool.
7. Okay, so the heroes go first. The blue rectangle is your starting area. Place yourselves. I believe we are hoping to protect our fragile Elementalist.
Yeah.
I would say
Stay behind. Stay behind.
Yeah.
also this is a bridge
Yes.
into nothingness.
You see in front of you death acolytes, apprentice mages, and a death cultist right next to the human soul being affected.
I would say that maybe the stone don't be on the. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
it's all the that's all the bridge. Okay.
Can you get rid of my conditions, please?
Oh, yes, sorry.
We've been rolling manners into this encounter.
It's funny because you changed my bleed into a prone for no reason. So I imagine I was like, oh, I'm not bleeding. Oh no, my legs that won't work anymore.
What sort of carpet is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to stand so close to the edge? Glasses?
Yeah, stone is very sturdy.
No.
Very
I
stable.
mean glasses. Like
Oh,
the
glasses.
front.
Yeah.
Sadly for me, I have to stay relatively close because I don't have that much range. I'm really thinking about at some point changing my kit because of this, because I need more range. But for now, I need to be 5 squares at least, you know. So 5 is the farthest I can be away from whatever target I'm using on the range.
Really? Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
Because I chose a kit that was more like to do other things instead of like the one that gives you like 7+
Yeah.
to your range, and it's like you become like 11
Yeah.
or 10.
So in as far as caster kits, you sort of chose the melee option.
Yeah, I think I chose like a kind of diversifying because I chose the Meditant one because I like the flavor of it, and also because it has the it gives me a little bit of stamina and a little bit of speed, but it gives me like no
Yeah.
range whatsoever.
the stamina and the speed is so you can stand closer and closer to the fray.
Now I've
So-
come to realize that I shouldn't.
Daniel, I have a mechanical
begin.
question. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. A small
No, go
mechanical
ahead.
question about my abilities because my 2 of them they have a distance of reach or ranger 5, but I don't believe I have a ranger attack. That's
You always have a ranged ability, just the way that glasses has a melee strike. It's with an improvised weapon or something that you have for flavor. So silver might have throwing daggers or a javelin or whatever
Yeah.
you want, something small that has 5 squares of reach
Okay.
that you can use with your
Skulls.
range free strike.
skulls in your case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
That's why I collect them.
You throw
I forgot.
And sometimes your signature ability says reach or range. Range.
Yeah.
So that means it can be used with some range too.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we begin round 1. You've won initiative, so you will be drawing steel first. I have 10 villain points. And at the start of the first round of combat, abyssal energies rack the intruders' bodies. Every hero must make a might resistance roll as an abyssal howl spreads through the space.
so
The
bad at
endlessness of the
might.
abyssal waste shivers with profane energy that claws into your very core as if to hollow it out and empty you.
Cool.
Luckily, Stone
Double
has a
ticks.
head.
All right, I'm so good at this game.
I'm so bad at might. It's funny. It's funny how bad I am at might.
Okay, perfect.
That's alright.
Mine is
low.
18, but I have a -1, so 17.
So you guys should know if you got a tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 result. So I'll just tell you.
All right.
If you got a tier 3, much like Stone did, you take no damage, as your hardy constitution allows you to resist the howling of the abyss. If you got a tier 2 result, between a 12 on your, or a 16 on your might resistance roll, you take 2 corruption damage.
Okay.
If you got an 11 or lower, a tier 1 result, you take 5 corruption damage, and you are slowed
Okay,
as your body begins to wither.
I roll an 11, but we was talking about this before the recording. I changed my worm plate from poison to corruption,
Correct, to
so I get
corruption.
0 damage.
Yes.
But I slow. I get slow, right?
You are slow
Okay.
until the end of your turn.
Got it.
So I believe that is glasses and silver.
Yeah. I took 5 and I'm slowed. What does that mean? I lose how many squares?
I believe it's half.
This is so bad. I only move 3 now.
Condition slow.
Yeah.
Your speed is half.
See.
And we have a lovely little snail to indicate it. Alright, who among the heroes goes first?
I think our front line should go first.
Yes.
I look at silver.
Want me to start?
What?
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in.
Do you need some help moving?
No.
Remember that you start with 2 fury because
Yeah.
we got
I'm actually at
double
4.
furies.
I'm actually at 4, so don't worry.
Awesome.
Cool.
I started with 2 because of my 2 victories, and I gained 2 extra at the beginning of the round. I'm gonna do the classic, move 4 squares, so I have 3 more, and I'm going to devastating. What's the name of this? I always forget. Devastating rush. The first cultist kind of dude that I have in front of me.
Sure, the Death Acolyte.
Yeah. So 2d10 plus 2. It's gonna be 14, which is a tier 2. It's gonna be 8 damage plus 3 plus do because I started my you gain a
You have
if you're at
4
least
rage.
2 squares, so 4 gives me twice my might, so that's gonna be 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 7, which is 15 damage.
15. So tell me how you defeat this Death Acolyte and very nearly destroy one of the 2 standing behind him.
Okay, question. Does he do they vanish as the
No,
demons?
these are humans.
Cool.
They are wearing skull masks, they are wearing robes, but these are humans.
Cool. I rush in and look at it.
Cowards don't have spines.
I grab them by the neck and I split them apart. One more skull.
Oh, that was such a good
Alright.
pun
Yeah.
and gory shit.
Yeah.
Great pun.
Now I want
If
to play
possible,
Mortal
I would like
Kombat.
to. If you allow me, DM, I would also try to grab a little bit of spine as well to use as a belt later.
Sure, you rip
Thanks.
out the skull and some of the spine comes with it, and you just sort of put it on your belt. You'll secure it better in the future. Right now, it's just sort of hanging bloody, and you see the eyes of the acolytes behind see their future coming towards them. So
What did you
that's
expect, really?
Movement and action.
That's movement action. I still have a maneuver, but let me check if I have something else to do with maneuvers. 8 attack, drink potions, kick ground, not bad. Actually,
Doesn't seem
search
like it.
for hidden creatures. Could I use that maybe?
Sure.
Just to make sure?
Give me an intuition test, and if you have any exploration skills that you want to apply,
Exploration. I have climb, endurance, jump, lift, and swim. Would any of those apply? I also have alertness.
not in
for
this moment.
intrigue.
I don't think. If you had alertness maybe, or maybe monsters, perhaps, like one of the lore skills.
I have nature. I don't think that would apply here though.
No, in this location, nature will not help you. Go ahead and give me an intuition test.
Okay, so let me just check my intuition real quick. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit.
We'll call this an easy test.
Okay, so that's +1. It's gonna be 15.
All right, so with that, you succeed. You are glancing.
Fantastic.
There are many chains reaching out into the sky beyond you. You see some movement of creatures going along it, and you gather there is a possibility, as you see the occasional movement beneath the fire and mist that is off under this bridge. That's not a huge fall. Like, there is some kind of surface under there, maybe 4 squares below this bridge. So it's a survivable fall, although there may be additional dangers in the mist. But you gather if there are demons down there, they might be able to climb up here.
Watch it, folks. We may have jumpers.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. And with that, we are going to
From
go
below.
with...
Actually,
Yeah.
just to be.
Yeah.
What is the
Glasses was
range?
looking up and I
No,
was like, oh,
no,
okay.
no, don't check the range. I'm going to spend 1
What?
insight to take my turn.
Yeah. Hesitation is
Wonderful.
weakness.
Hesitation is weakness, and I'm not going to hesitate. So I go, I spend 1, I up 2, so I'm at 3, and you know this song and dance. And dance indeed is an apt word, because I'm going to do my play dance and move in that manner,
Oh,
tagging everyone,
oh,
Brutal.
Amazing.
and I'm going to just launch forward and start dancing, cutting, stabbing everyone. So the first 2 going for the one in the left.
Yeah.
That's an 8 plus 10, so that's a 20. Third 3,
Tier 3 result.
9
Wonderful.
damage.
9 damage. With that, you cut through both of the death acolytes, who were severely wounded by the Slayer's strike prior.
All right,
oh,
we
really?
are going to get rid of
Yeah.
the minions.
So you did 15 damage to the first death acolyte. Those 3 were minions.
Oh,
So 8 took care of the first one, 7 went on to the pool, and just 9 onto that means exactly the total stamina of their pool.
All right, so they have these I don't know, mages. So next attacks. That's a poor roll. That's a tier 1, so 5 to one of them,
Okay.
and then this is a tier 2, so 6 to another, and this is a tier 3. We are going up.
Cool.
So 9 damage to the last one, and I gain 2 resources from that. 2 insight.
So you wait, hold on, let me count. You did 5, 9,
6.
so you did 18 damage.
No, 20.
Which of
20, because 5, then 6, then 9.
11? Yeah, okay. So which 2 do you want to kill?
Brutal.
I don't know, the 2 ones on the back. Like, I go there, I stab one, and then I just going to cut their heads clean. No, just their necks. I'm not Slayer. I have class.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm just going to slice their throats as I'm just gliding gracefully to the side.
Can we say you
I'm
have
looking at this.
manners?
Yeah, I have manners.
Wonderful.
And
So in these first few moments, we see heroes who are prepared. Slayer charges in, rips off a skull, and right behind him, Manners flitters gracefully by, just cutting through. These are not melee combatants. They're used to having a front line of powerful demons or armored soldiers, something to prevent what just happened. The high mobility, high DPS heroes from getting to them and slaughtering them in droves.
And I'm going to use my maneuver.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. It's still your turn.
I'm going to use my maneuver to get the fuck out of it. Up to 5 squares. All right.
So where are you going?
Back. And actually, I'm going to it doesn't. It isn't worth it to spend my insight on that.
So, the death cultist abandons the human soul that it had been torturing, moves forward 5, and as it reaches there, it steps over the blood and guts of its dead minions, looks at you, Slayer. It's not looking at you, it's looking at the skull on your belt. It raises its hand, skeletal, withered. It spends 10 villain points to go, rise minions, and all 5 minions that you had killed come back up at full hit points.
Holy
Slayer,
shit.
the skull on your belt rips off and reattaches to the spine. The flesh is still missing. It is now just sort of dangling open. These minions are dead. What were once living humans are animated by the necromantic powers of this death cultist. But they are active, and on the cultist's turn, the death acolytes
Fuck.
Load. No, it's going to use its apprentice mages, which are these 3, and they are going to lash out at Slayer, Manners, and this one's going to move up.
Bring
Actually,
it.
they're all going to move up. How much did this guy move actually? Move too much up. They're going to go from there because that way they can hit. And this one is the one targeting Manners is actually going to stay a bit further back. Actually, only one of them moved up because they can. So this one who moved up is hitting Silver. This one is hitting Slayer, and this one is hitting Manners. As you see, lightning begin to form in their hands, and then, particularly from the 2 undead ones, dark green energy begins to swirl around and over the lightning and blast out as they are attacking you with a lightning strike with enhanced corruption damage.
Okay.
Actually, I just read something else, which tells me that these 2 actually were not going to move. They're just going to stay there because they want, if they don't move or use a maneuver, the target is slowed. So this is a 15 plus 1, 16. I'm out of villain points, so I cannot give them edges, which is good for y'all. You take 4 points of lightning damage and 4 points of corruption damage, which I believe is only of interest to Silver,
Yeah.
as the corruption damage is.
Okay, for my part, we're playing it for each attack, right? It's not 5 in total on combat.
For each attack, correct.
So in this case,
Yeah, it's very good.
the other 4 will be cancelled. So I have
Correct.
4
You
for
only
the
took 4 lightning damage.
parry.
This is an attack. It's magic. It is not weapon. I do not believe you can parry
I
magic.
can parry magic. So get 4.
It's alright. Yes.
But then when the null comes out, I'm going to create a spellbreaker type character.
The death cultist looks at Slayer and sees the power that he has, but notices how many of its minions were killed by Manners, and is going to, with the other hand, so not the one that used to rise the minions, he's going to slash at you with a scythe in its hand. It's too far away from you, and yet you feel it bite into you. As this is a melee weapon attack, but it's also done at range. 2d10 plus 1, 13. So tier 2.
A
You
question,
take.
can
Yes.
Can I
You
have
can-
used in all this confusion for the first one?
It's an attack magic range, so I believe so.
It says you take damage is the trigger.
Sure. So yeah, you can.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to try and teleport away from the first one.
So
But
this bolt of corrupted lightning strikes Manners, and there's a moment where it looks like Manners has been obliterated and only a cloud of ash remains, and then you know your friend.
Yeah.
The ash reforms somewhere else, and you only took a fraction of the damage, but yet this deadly scythe hits you. You take 7 corruption damage, and you are weakened until the end of your turn.
-7. All right. So I'm
You are also
winded.
slowed, by the way, from the blast. What would be weakened? Do we have some kind of weak muscle kind of thing?
What? I have a slow. Why am slow? Is weakened.
The
I'm
lightning
slow?
strike slowed you down.
Fuck.
Yes.
Did that attack hit
We'll just use
Slayer as well, or
Slayer
No,
is
just-
Slayer is also, yeah. So Slayer, you took the 8 damage from the corrupted lightning, and you are slowed.
okay? Gotcha. Let me just look for the. Oh, okay.
Oh fuck.
So that was the death cultist, and its minions.
Can I go next?
I
Do you want to go?
I can if you. I can go
Do
if you want.
they have any more?
They don't have you.
There's one more turn. The death
One more
acolytes have not acted.
Okay.
If I go, I can give an attack opportunity to Slayer.
I was gonna thinking about doing an AOE that's gonna hit
Go,
basically almost everybody.
you go.
Go.
I only
So-
I can focus on one enemy
Yeah.
right now.
So Glasses gonna do the classic opening of hi. I want to teleport. So she's gonna teleport 4 here because I can move barely 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she's gonna move. I can move 3 more, so it's just right about that. And now I'm going to cast. Well, I'm gonna use the data pad and summon Stare into the Abyss, which is a cube 4 within 5. And let me check if I can show you this.
There.
I wanna.
I believe
Yeah,
you can move it.
I wanna move it 1. Can I? I was gonna say, can I start like
There.
I was thinking like this, so it would be like that. Like yeah, I was gonna say trying to reach as many. Oh, it isn't.
You can either reach those 2 apprentice mages or
Yeah.
all the death acolytes.
The Death Acolytes haven't gone yet.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it the other way. Sorry, the before the one. Yeah, that one. So
And that hits
Alright.
the big guy. So
as well.
that's
Yeah.
pretty
So
good.
let's go. So that's
Is
I added
this an
2
attack?
actions. It's,
Like, does it have the attack keyword?
Let me check. It says area, magic, persistent, range, void. Nope.
All right, that makes sense. Because otherwise, I was going to give you a holy infusion and add holy damage to everybody, but I can't.
Yeah, no.
I can only do it to attacks.
It's like okay. So this is come on now. Give me a 20. Good. Good. Close enough.
Tier 3.
Oh,
Wonderful.
So that's 6 psychic damage to everybody.
Ooh,
Cool.
psychic damage.
Yeah.
You see, as their hands go to their brains, even the undead ones, presumably they're dead recently enough that whatever meat is in there still takes damage. 6. Wow.
And I say,
Okay.
as I'm
so-
typing and I'm summoning this, I say, the void is a very much worse place than this abyss. Believe me. So, yeah.
So,
hopefully-
you caught all 3 death acolytes in the area, which means you did 18 damage to their shared pool. Tell me which of the 2 acolytes you defeat. They could be the 2 undead ones. Their abilities are the same.
I'm gonna say probably
there's no difference.
one of the ones that is closest to like the boss guy, the captain. Either one of them, because I want to leave the other one close to a Slayer, so Silver can give Slayer an attack against it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, I killed 2?
Yeah, because you did
Oh.
6 damage to 3 of them, so you did 18. And they have a threshold of 8. So,
Oh, that's good.
and in fact, the one that's still remaining also clearly took some damage.
And that was movement, triggered action, and my action, and I have a maneuver left.
Now, here's an interesting thing that just happened. You set out your magic, you saw the void attack the humans. Humans have interesting interactions with magic. Every time a human is damaged by magic, I gain 1 extra villain point.
Ooh.
So I just got 5 villain points, which is good because I didn't have any.
Oh no.
Even for the undead ones?
Yeah.
They're still human.
Hey, do you want one more? I'm winded.
There are no demons currently present here.
Okay,
Ah.
you lost.
If you want. Like,
Yeah,
Okay,
just offering
let
it.
me- Knockback?
Alright, and-
How much can you throw someone with knockback?
Up to 3. So
In any
it's a
direction?
But
tier
it's-
1, push 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, push is from your position.
yeah.
Yeah.
But can glasses do it at range? Or
Yeah, I
'cause
have
you can do it with
I
reason.
I have a practical magic thing that I can do it within the distance of hurl, and I use reason instead of might. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Can you
I was thinking of pushing this little thingy here because it's kind of close to the edge of the bridge. This
Go
one?
for it.
Yeah. So okay, so it says you can choose a creature within distance of your element, and then
So make a reason test.
yeah, this is make a reason test. Yeah. So come on, how about a good
Tier
reason?
1 is pushed 1, tier 2 is pushed 2, tier 3 is pushed 3.
Oh come on, give me a 20. Oh fuck, it's only 2, but I think can I push him 2 off the?
Yeah. Yep. It goes off the edge,
Bye.
and
Bye.
you don't know if it's the fall or the abyss that takes them,
Sure.
but they are splat at the bottom of the
Awesome.
bridge.
And now that was my turn.
Okay, wonderful. I got 1 death cultist left. It's a minion. He's going to shift back 1 so that he doesn't have a bane. And who is he going to target? He's going to target Slayer. Slayer is the one that killed him last time. So he's going to take advantage and is going to reach out to you. You are slowed, which means it's going to spend 2 villain power.
do they take damage because starting on the area or something, or the area?
I don't know. Glasses, does the abyss damage them on their turn, or do you have to?
No, it's just persistent. I can keep it there, and I'll try to keep it there.
Actually, since it's shifting, it has shift 5, so it's gonna try and shift out of the way of the. It has some manner of self-preservation as it shifts back there, and then it's going to lash out with a necrotic bolt at Slayer, and it's going to spend 2 villain points for the ability Ajax is watching. A human acting this turn has an edge on their next attack, or a double edge if their attack targets a slowed creature, which Slayer is. So it's going to make this attack with a double edge. That is a tier 2, which with a double edge goes up to a tier 3. As Slayer, this necrotic bolt hits you, drains 5 damage from you, as it deals 5 damage to you, and then 1 stamina is transferred to the death cultist.
What?
Yep.
So
As you
they
see,
they heal for 1.
Correct. The corruption damage comes out of Slayer, goes into the undead death acolyte, and just goes right on through and heals the death cultist.
I think.
Alright.
Okay, I'll think about my reaction later, but I'm thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger a lot today. Actually, it'll be like, "Oh," or some, I don't know.
That's a great reference. That's perfect for this.
Silver,
Yeah.
if you wait, Stone can use Healing Grace to remove one of your conditions, I believe.
I have slow right now.
You're slowed, correct. And I believe it's slowed until the end of your turn. Mm-hmm. And I can spend a piety to end that effect.
Don't worry, I have an idea even in slow. I can go if you want, guys.
Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is that Stone... Well, up to you. Stone is also willing to pray. So...
Well...
Take it.
I have a little idea.
Do it.
One question, your rage, how far is it?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Nice. So what Silver is going to do is slowly walking up for 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. There.
Poor Silver.
As a maneuver, I'm going to mark that undead guy here.
Alright.
And say, Slayer, are you going to let him get away? I'm going to use Seize Opportunity. That is a range of 10.
Okay.
That's Seize Opportunity. The target may make a signature attack. This is you. As a free trigger action and deals extra damage equal to my reason. That is 2.
But it has to be within
reach.
My reach.
You can do it. You have a range free strike.
Okay, so I could use that because all of my attacks are reach or burst. I don't have a ranged signature attack.
That's why I asked you what's your reach.
Oh.
I think he heard what's your rage.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
No, reach. I was asking for reach.
No, my reach is my arms.
Yeah, so I think glasses might be able to reach with a signature attack.
I think that'll be better.
I'm going to change to glasses
yeah.
into okay.
My signature is 5.
If you have enough, yep, you have.
Yeah, she's precisely 5.
Yeah. Is that the boss is already slowed? Or not?
It's marked. The
It's
boss
marked.
is
Marked. Okay, yeah.
So you have an edge and you deal additional damage.
Okay, so following Silver's orders, I'm just gonna use the Dahabot and use once again the transparent ray that sounds like white noise. And come on, this is with reason. Okay, come on. Oh,
Nice.
Nice. That's a tier 3.
Yep.
Yes.
I have a
9
focus.
corruption damage, and the creature is slowed until end of turn. EOT.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Wonderful. So that was your movement and your action. And your maneuver to mark. Wonderful. Excellent turn from our tactician.
That
And you got another focus
Exactly.
because it was a tier. Listen, it works. I love it.
Yeah.
yeah. That's the TLDR. Like, it works. You're gonna love it.
Told you I have a plan. Almost perfect, but a
Very
plan.
good. And with that, Stone is going to move up. And by the way, Silver, you are no longer slowed because you had your turn.
Thank you.
So it ended at the end of your turn. Stone is going to step forward and go, Zerok, lend me your aid. Oh, terrible. A tier 1 result, but it with 2 edges because it's the first time doing it in an encounter, which means I gain 1 piety, so I have 3. But that means I don't have enough to boost folks, which is what I was hoping for. But I can still hit people with Thunder of the Divine, which is, we're talking a 4 cube within 12, which I believe allows me to hit everyone still remaining. Lovely. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. 12 plus 2, 14. That's solid tier 3 result. As I deal 5 sonic damage to this Death Acolyte, who is, I believe, was the only one. Oh no, that one's undead. It's nearly re-dead. The Death Cultist is approaching winded, but still looks pretty good. And these 2 apprentice mages, one of them is obliterated. And the other one is pushed back 3. Actually, I'm gonna shift things around so that the one that is alive does not hit the human soul. And this one goes all the way back and hits that iron structure. This one is pushed 3 off the edge, falls to its death, and this death cultist is pushed back 3 all the way back there. As sonic energy rings out from the crown of stone and blasts away the cultists. And that is the end of stone. And I believe that's the end of the round. We move back up to round number 2. Go. Round 2. And this time there is no abyssal howl, as your frail mortal bodies have accustomed themselves to this location. But you see as the cultist lifts up both hands, focuses, and 10 small demons drag themselves from the deep, unhallowed ground and tumble onto the stone platform. As your good old friends, the Pitlings, make an appearance.
Come on.
We are going to kill them right away.
We can certainly try. Holy shit!
I said 10.
Whoa.
All of the piddlings.
I think.
Yes. And at the beginning of the round, I once again gained 10 villain power, so now I have 16. And it is your turn. You have the initiative thanks to... Actually, no, you would have had the initiative even if one of you hadn't made a deal with the devil. So, who goes
All
first?
Right. I can hit everything again.
Okay, sure.
Do it.
No, but if you can go for the big guy, Slayer, I can go after you with hesitation is weakness.
Oh, that is so cool.
I have a problem because I don't know if I can reach him.
I can move you there. I can teleport you there.
If you can teleport me 2, I can get to melee with this guy.
I can teleport you 4 if you want.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
Can you do it as a reaction?
Wait.
It's a triggered. It's a triggered action.
Wait. This
for
this
me
is
or an
important.
ally.
By the way, when I mark an enemy, it's marked until I start my turn.
So
So
yeah,
it's still marked.
I would say teleport Slayer. Slayer goes to hit that guy, and then I go cleaning the pitlings, and I end hitting that guy.
I'm going to.
I will
I'm
say-
going to go blast.
This is all very smart, because you saw what the Death Cultist can do with villain power. And I just got a bunch because we started a new round.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So we start with Layer then.
Layer? Slayer.
Slayer. Live up to your name.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So
Are you going to be in a layer with
Another
the Slayer?
different,
yes.
different nickname.
Don't start the guys. All right. So Slayer's pissed because this guy stole
Into
his
every
call.
generation a Slayer is born. Etc. etc.
Oh, what a good reference.
Yeah.
What a good reference.
Okay, so I rolled a 3 on my rage dice. I'm at 7, and I intend to spend them. So, glasses. I need a little push to recover a certain object of mine.
This is so cool because the abyss is still there. So basically, I'm gonna teleport you through it. You're gonna like disappear into this like tentacle weedy substance and appear at the other side. No substance whatsoever on you, but it's okay. So it's you can teleport 4 now.
Okay, so I would be able to move 8. So could I move behind him? Yes.
Well, you move 4 because you are slowed. And how much is Glasses teleporting you?
4, and I can
4.
teleport him at any point.
Yeah.
So if you can move forward, and then I can teleport you.
And
because we're
with that,
really
you
close.
avoid the free strike from the Pitlings. as you take a couple of steps into the abyss, and the pitling sort of jumps up to slash at you with its tongue, and suddenly you disappear into this inky darkness full of strange stars and come shooting out the other side.
I appear behind him. You got something of mine. Blood for blood. I'm going to spend the 5. So I go down to 2. So that means that I still have a bonus of +2 damage because I am in a different place. So that's gonna be 2d10.
This is round 2, and you guys are using your 5,
which is incredible.
Awesome.
I love this. I rolled +1. I'm sorry, it was supposed to be 2, but that sucks. So that's gonna be tier 1.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Remember, you have an edge and a +2 in a
You
damage.
haven't.
That's true.
And stone is close enough.
Stone is going to give you an additional edge. So with those 2 edges, it goes up to tier 2, and it deals an additional 4 holy damage.
Okay, so that's gonna be 11 damage.
Plus 4
I need
holy,
to-
so 15.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to add 2 more because of my rage. I'm going to deal...
17.
Wait, I'm going to deal 1d6. I'm going to deal 4 damage to myself. That's not amazing. But...
Oh yeah, you're in single digits now.
Yeah, I don't care. I deal 4 damage to myself to deal extra... Oh, that sucked so bad. But still. Extra 4 damage to this guy. So it's gonna be...
21 total damage.
Yeah. 21
The
damage.
death cultist had 20 stamina remaining.
that's so
Slayer,
clutch.
describe how you bleed yourself. You are approaching death, but you destroy your enemy.
I imagine that the 4 damage would be this guy trying to react and clawing at me, but instead I'm just going to cleave him down with the axe, like right down the sternum. I'm going to put my hands in there and split him apart and just open him slowly until his gore and guts are all spilled on the ground. And I take his skull.
Sure. They're very dry, you notice. It seems this was a living being, but its constant channeling of corruption energy had withered and dried him out. And as you appeared behind, it turned and slashed at you with its scythe. It began carving. It was heading straight for your heart. And you clap your hands on its ribcage, spread it open, and before the scythe can reach your vital organs, there's a shower of somewhat dry viscera. And you are left in one hand holding most of a ribcage, and in the other, the skull.
Cool, a new one. Is this a human skull or something different? Okay.
It is a human skull. It's almost mummified. Like the skin and bones are like... Yeah, the skin is stretched taut over it. But yes.
Yeah.
So it's a slightly spicy human.
Was
skull.
that a tier 3
A shiny one.
attack or
It was
tier-
not. It was a tier 2.
Oh.
Tier 2.
Sorry,
With a bunch of extra,
Yeah, a lot
effects
of
to give it
punching
more
up.
damage.
I really tried.
So, I have a question. Does the encounter continues?
Well, I think just tell me how you dispatch the pitlings and the remaining apprentice mage.
Hesitation is weakness.
Yeah, I want to say like,
teleport.
yeah,
Sorry.
Manor's just gonna go and do some shit, some Manor shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll try to
I
kill
was
this stuff.
just looking
Awesome.
that the slow didn't let me completely get up to there, but I have my maneuver. I can just teleport and then blade dance and clean this up.
Beautiful. I think, yeah, you see a perfectly orchestrated symphony of destruction as Slayer, you pushed yourself close to death, but you did it in the moment that mattered before the death cultist could raise any more minions. And with that, we come to the end of this encounter as you are able to free the human Who would approach the human as they are clasped in irons? Okay, wonderful.
You are in our depth.
We know. Yeah.
I'm going to spend 2 recoveries.
Yeah, I'm going to spend
You see, he
2
is
recoveries
barely
as well.
conscious. You're like trying to apply some basic first aid techniques. You try and engage him in conversation to make sure he stays awake and aware. He can't remember his name, but after a couple of moments, he regains consciousness. And what you notice is that the chains grow slack and begin to fall in the distance. You see dozens of chains falling off into the green mist, and several of them had demons crawling on top, and they just clatter onto the ground. And you gather every Iron Orb in the city has fallen inert,
Don't worry.
as no more demons will continue. And a single human has a second chance at life. This human moves and grabs a small pouch that it had on its belt and hands you 3 dried snapdragons, which are these orange flowers. They're a consumable magic item. You can sniff the flower and it grants you a surge of explosive power. Your next attack does 2 extra damage. It has push 2, or if it already does forced movement, it's an additional 2 to that forced damage. So you have 3
I was
of
gonna
those.
say that sounds like a Slayer thing.
I see that Silver, when get offered that, maybe will say something like, "No, you don't have to give us anything." I'm going to try to reject the offering, and I imagine Slayer.
Yes, Nifis. Oh, yes.
Literally, yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
It's okay. And I think that Silver will try to help the person carry him back to the portal.
Yeah, you make your way back out to the portal, onto the ground floor of the Drunken Fool. And while you hear the burning of the city,
Your cat.
there's my burning village. There's my burning village.
Cosita.
You are stepping out onto the streets of Blackbottom. And you have completed Act 1. Congratulations. You have a third victory.
Finally!
Let's go.
We have 3
Yes.
victories now then?
Yes, you have 3 victories.
Awesome.
You can also take as you are out of combat, you can take as many recoveries as is needed.
I already did.
Incredible. Yeah.
I'm going to drink the last potion that we have. Because I want to keep those 4 recoveries as long as I can.
I still have my potion.
Sure. But keep it because you may need it.
Yeah.
You were really...
No, I'm good. I'm not that good.
I think I'm going to.
And also you have only 7 recoveries left.
Yeah.
So
It's not that much.
no, and you're always getting into shit. And you have the same amount of stamina that I have. So
I will
Not
save
that many
mine.
places to hide.
Okay. So you begin Act 2, escape through the city. Your objective is to flee Blackbottom.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You emerge from the inn, and you see some of the civilians that you saved, and there are others on these streets. You see a human woman who picks up her child and is sprinting down the street, and a demon is chasing her, and suddenly a human wearing the insignia of an officer of the chain. You would recognize this as Sergeant Hunt. Wields a gleaming axe, steps forward, cuts off the head of the fiend, and then he turns and looks at you and goes, "You You're the ones who cleared out the drunken fool. He kicks away the corpse of the demon and moves towards you.
Yes, sir.
Blackbottom is damned. It cannot be saved, but its people, they can. Lead them to the docks. And he points along the street. Clear the way. We get them a ship. We will not burn down. And in that moment, a mangled shape with wings swoops down, grabs onto the officer, and drags him off. And all you hear are his screams as he is beyond your help.
No.
And you have a moment of realization that there are still Hawk Lords flying, and that was something else.
I think that Silver will see that and look at the rest of the party serious and say, "You hear the order! Move, move, move!"
It's hunt or be hunted.
So, behind you, there are frightened civilians who are screaming. You have to clear away from them, or no one will. You are their last hope of leaving Blackbottom alive. Silver, you notice the alleys are fairly clear, and their narrowness makes them more defensible. Slayer, you notice with your ability to leap, you are accustomed to looking for heights. You could go along the rooftops. They're close enough that you can jump across them, and there are even some that you see already have lines or planks of wood set across that make them an easy path.
Fantastic.
Manners. You have knowledge of the criminal underworld of the city. The sewers in the city are fairly spacious and easy to traverse, and the initial assault on the city is recent enough that it will likely not have spread further down. But you know that there are also other dangers in the sewers, dangers of that environment. So, you have three options. Which are you going to choose? And then I'm going to know what to prepare for next session. As you have the alleys, the rooftops, and the sewers.
In this place, they are going to get killed. Similar to that guy that apparently was our superior. I say we move to the sewers. I could guide us here, there.
Even that the alleyway seems clear.
But how long?
That's true.
There are other dangers there, but if a band of petty thieves can traverse the sewers, I don't see why we couldn't.
Do they have enough space for the people?
Yeah, enough. They are quite spacious.
What if we find people outside as well? They will need help, and we can see them from the rooftops as well. That could be an option. It shouldn't be difficult.
Don't be greedy, Slayer.
It's not greedy.
We can't help.
It's not greedy. First, I'm not getting myself in shit. Second, what if the sewers end up somewhere else? Or if they're blocked with some of the stupid balls that they threw at us?
No, the attack is quite recent. There is no problem.
What do you think, Glasses?
I think on the rooftops or the alleyways we are going to deal with a devil or a demon, we know. But if we go underground, we may deal with different issues, but it is certainly a much better probability of survival for those who follow us.
My worry is that the sewer looks the safer, but my worry is that if we use that way, maybe it's people that we can't save.
I think all of you are trying to be greedy. We can't.
I'm not greedy.
Everyone.
Yeah. No, I know what manners mean. We're trying to save everybody. We cannot save everybody. We have to save as many as we can and ensure that we save
have
them.
like 20 people here, and I'm going to fly to look at them. You are under our care. Don't worry, we are delivering.
Sure.
You can also just roll a d3.
No, I think that Silver. I will ask the group votation to vote.
Sure.
Sewer, raise your hand.
2.
Ali.
And I think that
Rooftop.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay, Slayer, choose rooftop or alley or sewer.
Ali's or yeah.
I'm gonna roll.
Sure.
Love it.
Yeah, let's go alleys.
Let's go, Alice. There's no guarantee the sewers are going to take us where we need to.
There's plenty guaranteed. I just said, it's futile
It's all right.
talking to you.
It's not futile. We vote. Now move.
I'm saying about him. He's not listening. I don't care, and I'm going to start flying because at least in the alleys I can fly.
Yeah.
In the sewers I was a bit fucked.
So, you set off into the twisting, turning alleyways of Blackbottom. They are quieter than the wide open streets, but only just. Some bear the marks of explosions and fires, while others are temporary sanctuaries that haven't yet been struck. Civilians keep their heads low as they follow you through, hoping to avoid detection from the aerial troops. And that is where we will pick up next time as we start the first few encounters of Act 2. Congratulations on surviving a couple of harrowing moments in Act 1 and so far having a perfect record. We'll see if you can keep that going through Act 2.
This was really, really good.
It was really fun. Yeah.
Really good, yeah. And I think that's the cool thing, that we're becoming better at using our characters.
Yeah.
So we're now doing better even because, you know, we are strategizing better. That encounter on the Abyss, 10 out of 10. We did
like
so
it.
well.
Yep.
So strategically. Super well.
And we still have stuff to try that we haven't yet. So
Yes, I was quite proud of you all alpha striking that death cultist before they could once again rise the minions. You are to be congratulated. So with that, thank you all for watching. Please like the video if you did indeed like it. Feel free to comment on some of the cool combos that you saw in this moment. And stay tuned for our next session as the heroes set out into the alleys of Blackbottom to lead the civilians to safety.
exactly. See you everyone next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.